What is up, everybody? Random Random Man here, bringing you my review for Don't Think Twice. Now, the plot basically follows six best friends who all belong in an improv comedy group in New York City. And when one of these members, played by Keegan-Michael Key, strikes it big in landing a regular role on a Saturday Night Live type of show, the remaining five members soon realize that not all of them are gonna make it big. Going into this movie, I expected some light-hearted comedy fare given the subject matter is about an improvisational comedy troupe. With the acting, I definitely got that. All the performances from the six major players in this movie felt natural to me, as I believe they're all comedians to a certain extent, and that definitely does apply with Keegan-Michael Key's character. He's of course from Key and Peele. He is a very funny guy. And in this movie, he underplays himself a bit as this is more of a dramatic role. This movie mixes both comedy and drama, but Key still does a very nice job. Along with Key, we also have the five remaining players in this movie too. They also do tremendous jobs. We have Kate McCucci, Mike Birbiglia, Jillian Jacobs, Tammy Sagher, and Chris Gethard. Everyone has their own distinct personality, and the writing in this movie is excellent. As I've mentioned, Mike Birbiglia does play one of the members of the comedy troupe, but not only does he co-star in this movie, he also wrote, produced, and directed this movie too. What he does with the writing is show basically an honest take in how it is like to be in an improvisational comedy troupe and having the big circumstance of one of their members having a big break. What I see in a movie like this try to carry is to show the repercussions among the other members and seeing how they're not all gonna make it, they're not all gonna strike it big, but they have to cope with their own circumstances. Because basically these six best friends are a part of this comedy troupe and their building is being shut down and they really are trying to make ends meet for themselves, but they have each other. The dialogue really bounces off of each character with some natural performances, like I've said before. What actions do transpire make the movie seem very grounded. However, even with these nice performances, my only major problem with this movie is really we didn't get enough balanced screen time for each of these players. We of course focus a lot on Key's character, we focus on his character's girlfriend, played by Jillian Jacobs, and the remaining four members too, but I felt that if we were to sympathize more with these characters, we should have gotten a little bit more of a feel in who each of these people really are, despite their characteristics really shining through from the beginning. I will also say that within the first 10 minutes of this movie, you're gonna know whether you're gonna be into this film or not. I think it does take a certain kind of person that appreciates improv comedy to really get what these characters are going through. In fact, over the summer with the summer camp that I worked with, we saw an improv comedy show live, and I have a lot more respect for those comedians after seeing that show and this movie. In fact, I'm also improvising this review right now. I know it doesn't seem that way given how I've edited this review in a specific manner to make it look like I am not improvising, but believe me, I am. Anyway, when those improv sequences do show up in the movie, they're really funny. I even believe that these actors really did improvise those skits or their situations on screen and were used in the final film. That is really impressive if those actors were able to improvise like that. Again, that's where the comedy of this movie comes in, and there's really not that much comedy interplayed throughout this movie, as this movie really isn't that much of an upper. In fact, it's mostly a downer given how, once again, honest this movie portrays itself, but there's definitely a sense of lightheartedness throughout this whole film too. Overall, I was quite charmed with this movie. Running very nicely at about an hour and a half, this movie gives a bit of light in terms of improv comedy that I've never seen in a movie before. I truly appreciated all the performances, the writing, the direction, basically everything in how this movie has come together really made me quite attached to it in a way once I finished seeing it. It's a smaller independent type of film that I think more people need to see and appreciate, as we sometimes get the most honest stories with smaller scale films like these, and I think more people should go out of their way to see films like these because it's not all about the big budget films all the time. Sometimes we can see something truly special with a nice script and very natural performances like we get in Don't Think Twice. Once again, I definitely recommend this movie. My final verdict for Don't Think Twice is 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment on what you thought of Don't Think Twice, subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you on the next movie review.